Okay, so we talked about kind of some numerical examples before in part one of these notes, and now in part two, we're going to do some algebra. So it's just the same two theorems, you guys. When you do this, you are only going to use two pieces of info. Either you have, angles, either you have angles on the inside and you add up all those angles and set them equal to 180, or you have some kind of angle on the outside and you add the other two angles up and set them equal to the outside. Okay, those are the two cases we're going to have. So we'll see what we can do here to get started. Looking at number 12, we have angle E, angle F, angle D. They're all on the inside, even though some of them are written on the outside. They're pointing to the inside angle here of our triangle. So we add up the angles, set them equal to 180. I do 5x minus 2 plus 9x plus 3. So this was at 5x minus 2 right here. 9x plus 3 plus the other angle, 11x minus 21, and set that equal to 180 degrees. Now I just got to solve for x. Just be really, really careful, making sure that we're careful of signs and balancing. So here I'm going to start by combining like terms. 5x plus 9x is 14x, plus 11x is 25x. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Minus 21 is negative 20 equals 180. And then I want to balance by moving that 20 over. I'm going to balance by adding 20 to both sides here. And that gives me 25x is equal to 200. Divide by 25 on both sides. And I end up with x is equal to 8. Now, you can see that we have other things to do here. I have to find the measure of angle D, of E, and of F. That's just something I got to plug into the expressions and then solve. So, or, pop it into a calculator or something. So for the measure of angle D, here it is. I know x is equal to 8. So I'm going to do 5 times 8 minus 2. That's 40 minus 2, which is 38 degrees. 38 degrees. All right, next up, I have the measure of angle E. So the measure of angle E is right here. Again, x is 8, so I do 9 times 8 plus 3. 9 times 8 gives me 72. 72 plus 3 gives me 75 degrees. So E is 75 degrees. Then angle F, you could subtract 38 and 75 from 180, or you can just plug it right in like we did before. So here's angle F, 11 times 8 minus 21. 11 times 8 is 88. Minus 21 is 67 degrees. Now I just double check. I like to double check to make sure that all of these add up to equal 180, all my angles. So I'm going to take 38 plus 75 plus 67, and I get 180. So that's a good thing. Okay. Now, so that equals 180. That's just how I check my answer. Let's try the next one here. So again, on number 13, all of the angles are inside of the triangle. So what I'm going to do is add 4x minus 22 plus x plus 11 plus 10x minus 4. Set that equal to 180. That's the interior angles. So then I solve. Combine like terms on the left-hand side first. So this is going to be a 4x plus x is 5x. Plus 10x is 15x. And then do the same thing for the numbers. So negative 22 plus 11 is negative 11. Minus 4 is negative 15. Equals 180. And then I move over that 15 by adding it on both sides. I'm going to do the opposite because I'm moving it across the equals. And I get 15x equals 195. When I do 195 divided by 15, I get x equals 13. So again, I just divided here. I get x equals 13. Okay. And now I gotta go back and plug in. So I gotta find angle P, Q, and R. So angle P, I'm gonna plug in right here, x equals 13. So 10 times 13 minus 4. 10 times 13 is 130. Minus 4 is 126. 126. All right. Then I do the same thing for angle Q. So angle Q right here, 4 times x, which is 13, minus 22. 4 times 13 gives me like 52. Minus 22 gives me 30, I believe. I'll double check that. I'm pretty sure it's 30. Yeah. And then the last one there is angle R, plug it in right here. I'm going to take just 13 plus 11, which is 24. Again, I like to double check my answers. So I'm going to add up 126 plus 30 plus 24. That equals 180. That's good. Taking that 5 seconds to check it and plug it in a calculator, it's worth it to make sure I have the right answers. All right, 14 and 15 are different. These are the ones where if you look at it, we don't know all the inside angles. I know angle A, I know angle B, but I don't know this interior angle for C. So I can't add these up and set them equal to 180. This is when I use that theorem right here, the exterior angle theorem, where I know that the outside angle equals the other two angles when I add them. So the outside angle, in this case, I'll use red. The outside angle is 18x minus 15. That will equal the other two angles added together. The other two, like we call them non-adjacent interior angles, so the far away ones. So I'm going to take 13x minus 11 plus 4x plus 1. And then I just solve this equation. So I draw my line. Notice on the right-hand side, I have some stuff I need to combine like terms for. So 13x plus 4x is 17x. I'm just going to use red for all this. And then negative 11 plus 1 gives me negative 10. So then I have 18x minus 15 equals 17x minus 10. And then I got to get my x's together and my numbers together. So I'm going to subtract 17x on both sides to move x's together. That gives me 1x, or just x, minus 15 equals negative 10. And then add the 15 on both sides. And then I get negative 10 plus 15 gives me 5. So x equals 5. Notice I have a big list of angles to find. So I'm going to have to plug in, starting with angle CAB. Let's do this. So angle CAB here. CAB, if you look, CAB is this angle right here. Remember, A is the vertex. So I'm going to plug it in right here. And x is 5. So I do 13 times 5 minus 11. 13 times 5 gives me 65. Minus 11 gives me 54 degrees. Next up, it says to find angle ABC. Angle ABC is this little guy right here. I'm going to do 4 times 5 plus 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Okay. Angle ACB. Ooh, that's kind of confusing. Let's see. If I look at ACB a little bit closer, there we go. If I look at ACB right here, that's that angle. I don't have anything on it right now. But what I do know, remember, is that the inside of a triangle, okay, that looks horrible. The interior angles of a triangle add up to equal 180, right? So I can say that the measure, I'm going to call this angle C. I can say the measure of angle C plus this 21 plus that 54 equals 180 because they're on the inside of that orange triangle there. So then 21 plus 54, that gives me 75. So the measure of angle C plus 75 equals 180. And then subtract 75 on both sides. And we get the measure of angle C equals 105. So this is 105. And now if this angle is 105 degrees, I know that together, these two add up to 180. So I can do 180 minus 105, which is 75. A lot of work in that one little problem there. On the next one, we're just going to solve for x on the next one, okay? So On this last one, number 15, this is an exterior angle problem, so I have this outside angle. Okay, so this is 9x minus 8 equals, I add up the other interior angles. So I add up the 7x minus 32 plus that other angle, 5x minus 27. And then I solve for x. So on the right-hand side, I combine like terms first. So 7x plus 5x gives me 12x. I don't like that that's blue. So 12x. And then negative 32 minus 27 is negative 59. So minus 59 here. And then on the other side, I still have that 9x minus 8. And now I solve. So I'm going to subtract 9x on both sides because I like things to stay positive. So this is going to be a negative 8 equals 12 minus 9 is 3x minus 59. Add 59 to both sides. Negative 8 plus 59 is going to give me 51 equals 3x. And then divide by 3. And we get x is equal to, I think it's 17, but let me double check. Yeah, 17. Like I said, I'm just going to skip these for now here so that we can move on from this. So that's it, you guys. We talked about numerical angles. We talked about 2 new theorems, and then we did a lot of algebra with this. So why don't you go ahead and move on from this?